Do you want more success, more growth, more results? Then it's time for the Boundless Success Accelerator from the Modern Observer Group. This isn't your average coaching program. It's where top performers come to dominate. Weekly group sessions, on-demand coaching, a community that's got your back, and a power-packed library of tools to supercharge your business and career. No more excuses, no more waiting. Get in, level up, and start building the life you've been dreaming about. Visit us at modernobserver.com/boundlesssuccess to join today. Let's get you to the next level.
We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
FEMA politicized. Qatar moves away from Hamas, a wooden satellite, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. A Federal Emergency Management Agency official who instructed Hurricane Milton relief workers to skip homes with Trump signs has been fired from her role, according to a FEMA spokesperson, while Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is investigating the federal agency over the controversy. The FEMA official, who has not been named by the agency, instructed workers canvassing Lake Placid in Florida to avoid homes advertising Trump as they ascertained what residents could qualify for federal aid, according to internal messages first obtained by the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire reports that government employees told the outlet that at least 20 homes with Trump signs or flags were bypassed from the end of October and into November due to the best practices guidance from the official. The houses were skipped over by the workers, who wrote messages such as "Trump sign, no entry per leadership." The Justice Department says it has thwarted an Iranian plot to kill President-elect Donald Trump in the weeks leading up to the election. A criminal complaint filed in federal court in New York City says an unnamed official in Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps had asked Fahad Shakiri of Iran in September to focus on surveilling and ultimately assassinating former President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. There are few actors in the world that pose as grave a threat to the national security of the United States as does Iran, Attorney General Merrick Garland said in a statement. The Justice Department has charged an asset of the Iranian regime who was tasked by the regime to direct a network of criminal associates to further Iran's assassination plots against its targets, including President-elect Donald Trump. Qatar said on Saturday that it has paused its efforts to mediate a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip, citing a failure by Israel and Hamas to make progress in the talks. Officials familiar with the matter said earlier that Qatar also asked Hamas's political leaders to leave the Gulf country, where they maintain an office, after more than a year of trying to leverage their presence to broker a deal that would halt the war in Gaza and free the hostages held by the group. After rejecting repeated proposals to release hostages, its leaders should no longer be welcome in the capitals of any American partner, a senior Biden administration official said. We made that clear to Qatar following Hamas's rejection weeks ago of another hostage release proposal. A judge on Friday paused proceedings in the criminal election interference case against President-elect Donald Trump, a move that reflects the expected end of the prosecution. The pause was requested by special counsel Jack Smith, whose team is prosecuting Trump in federal court in Washington, D.C. Smith earlier Friday told Judge Tanya Chutkan that vacating the schedule of remaining pretrial deadlines would give his team time to assess this unprecedented circumstance of Trump's electoral victory and determine the appropriate course going forward, consistent with Department of Justice policy. By December 2nd, 2024, the government will file a status report or otherwise inform the court of the result of its deliberations, Smith wrote in a filing on Friday. Chutkan endorsed that deadline in her order vacating the other deadlines. In Southern California, a wildfire that started Wednesday continued to plow through parts of the state, destroying 132 structures, mostly houses, as firefighters worked to contain it. As of yesterday morning, 10,000 people were under evacuation orders in Ventura County. In New Jersey, a 39-acre fire in the Palisades sent smoke into New York City on Friday morning and was 30% contained by the afternoon. Yesterday evening, a brush fire broke out in Brooklyn's Prospect Park that brought about 100 firefighters to the scene. Hundreds of brush fires have ignited in the Northeast recently as the region deals with the consequences of a supremely dry summer and fall that have left 94% of the region either abnormally dry or in drought, according to the U.S. Drought Monitor. Wicked movie merchandise turned into a nightmare for Mattel over the weekend as news broke that a web address listed on the packaging for character dolls took consumers to an adult pornographic site. The toy company apologized later on Sunday. Mattel was made aware of the misprint on the packaging of the Mattel Wicked collection dolls, primarily sold in the U.S., which intended to direct consumers to the official wickedmovie.com landing page, read a statement. We deeply regret this unfortunate error and are taking immediate action to remedy this. The world's first wooden satellite is in space. The latest extraterrestrial innovation is a 4-inch Magnolia box. The LignoSat, Japan's new wooden satellite prototype, docked at the International Space Station on November 5th as part of a 6-month orbital test that could ultimately lead to less space junk. The researchers want space tech with less metal and more wood because it burns up on re-entry, potentially minimizing the amount of junk floating around our planet. LignoSat is made with hanoki, a Japanese magnolia tree, whose wood is also used to carve samurai sword sheaths. Its outer shell was constructed by engineers skilled in sashimono, a traditional method that skips nails and screws for precision wood joining. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Audible, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.